What's up, y'all? Nothing to it but to do it. But check this out. I had to come outside of Walmart and take a break after I got my money order and stuff. And I ran into somebody that I know. And she was telling me about her friend committed suicide a couple of days ago. So I just want to say, I know I should be making more videos or shorts about mental health, but it'd be hard for me because it brings back too many memories, and it puts me in a depressing stage, and you're supposed to move forward. But I just want to say, if you're having any mental issues, especially after having a baby, make sure you go and see a doctor, because you have family that love you. And I know it's hard sometimes, but you can get through it. She left behind like a baby that was 1 and 3 or something like that. So I don't know her name or anything like that, but I just want to say rest in peace to her. That might send people through a lot of, her family and stuff, through a lot of emotions that it would make you sad and hurt and angry all at the same time. But I have had suicidal issues in the past, and what helped me to be strong was I didn't want to leave my children with anybody. I didn't trust anybody enough to leave my children. And so when I did that, I seen that it was a brighter day ahead. I'm still struggling now with my mental health and finances and making sure we keep a roof over our head. I'll give my last dollar to make sure we keep a roof over our head. We've had too much homelessness, I don't know what she was going through. I don't know about the father or anything like that, but it just really touched me, and it's really heartbreaking to hear something like that, because I don't even think she was 30 years old yet. So I don't know sometimes what to say. I think that's part of my calling is doing mental health videos, but every time I try, it just drains me and take me to a place that I don't want to go. So I just want to say, please be encouraged. If it's, and I know, like, I stick by my daughter because I don't want her feeling depressed and alone, taking care, of my grandkids. So I try to be here, I want to have like a single life and live the rest of my life, because, I've been through a lot, so I just want to know what it's like to take care of myself. But sometimes I see that, that can be very selfish. Very selfish. If anything was to happen to my daughter, then it happens to my grandkids. I already lost my son, It's hard losing a child, so I couldn't imagine what the mother is going through as far as her child, and the father, feeling that way. So it gets pretty stressful, I see some videos talking about how, my generation, I'm 50 plus, and it talks about how we're not gonna stay there and help with your kids and babysit and watch your kids. And I'll be in that frame of mind sometime too, I really just, it's not so much of not wanting to be there, but it's like when you have your own kids, you raise your kids how you want to raise your kids. But when it's somebody else's kids, especially our grown adult children, we don't have that pleasure of, having that control. And having control is something that we should let go of. Let go and let God. So I'm doing my best to be there for my daughter and my grandkids. And I have another older daughter, she's 40, and her only child is 17, and they live in another state, but I'm still here. I'm still here and I'm still pushing. So I just want to say to anybody that's don't be scared to get mental health help. It's out there. Even if you have to go to an emergency hospital, get the help that you need, because it's so sad. I want to cry. I got to keep my emotions together, but I just decided to just put that energy into making this, video to be encouraged and, maybe let's get out of the frame of mind of, my generation not being there. You had your kids and you made your bed, you got to lie in it. But look, it could take a life. It could take a life, especially a mother. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Excuse me? Oh, no, thank you. I'm trying to sell me some AirPods. I'm positive, thank you. So anyway, maybe we should because losing a child is nothing nice. My son passed away, and he told me he had a daughter, and the mother of his daughter was Indian, and their family didn't approve of being with somebody black. So right now, I don't know where my granddaughter is. I don't know her name. I don't know who her family is. But I have a granddaughter out here that I don't even know where she is and if she's going to be looking for us. Does she have information if she decides that she want to look for us? Like, it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. So I just want to get on here and at least say something. I have to say something. Because I'm telling you, when my kids was that little, I wanted to give up. I've been in a lot of mental hospitals and stuff like that. I wanted to give up. But I told God, whatever you have here on this earth to help me to where I can make it for my kids. And that's another thing. Me and my daughter was talking about how people say, if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. Okay, well, guess what? You can love somebody else if you don't love yourself. You might love yourself to where you want to give up and say, hey, I can't do this. This is too hard for me. And so you might want to give up. But guess what? Your kids are going to be left. Kids are going to be left. And I'm not judging that young lady because I've been there. And I told God, whatever you have, I prayed. And I told God, whatever you have to help me in this life to keep going so I can be there for my children. And now it's my grandchildren. It doesn't stop. Then it's going to be great. I got 2 grandchildren that are headed to 18 years old. They're 16 and 17 years old. The boy is 16. And my granddaughter's 17. And they could have grandkids right now, so I could be a great grandmother, But I don't think I'm going to go down the road of, like, doing what I am now for my daughter, being there every day so she can work 2 jobs. I mean, she's doing what she's supposed to do. So, I know what it's like to not really trust people with your kids. And, I had to be on a system and stuff to do it, because I couldn't work because nobody wanted to watch my kids, or I didn't trust people with my kids. So I'm just trying to be that one that my daughter can trust with my grandkids and keep it moving, because I can see sometimes that she gets down, and I see her struggling and trying. That's the thing. I see her struggling and trying. So I'm trying my best to be there for her. Like I said, rest in peace to that young lady that passed away. the person that knows me, if they see this video, I'm not putting your name in it or anything like that, but I just had to make this video to say, just be strong. If you're a single father or you're a single mother or even a grandparent. And don't forget, we have grandparent rights now. So if people won't let you see your grandkids, you want to see your grandkids, take them to court. You can take them to court like a mama or a daddy. Take, to court to see, the kids and stuff, the grandkids. Because sometimes grandparents have issues with the kids, with the grandkids. Because as grandparents, we've been through a lot too. And you don't want to trust and stuff like that. But it's hard for me because I'm old school. So I have a different way, But my different way is not of the adult parents of this generation. So we have to compromise. We have to weigh the scales. We have to balance everything. We need to stay grounded. We need to be spiritual. Today's age is, I'm telling you, being spiritual, me, myself, I don't know about everybody that's spiritual, but me, myself, I acknowledge that there's a God, period. God is the Alpha and the Omega. He's the Alpha and the Omega. No matter, people want to devil worship or whatever they want to do, that's their business. In my generation, sometimes you can see things as devil worship or whatever, but that's not necessarily the case. Judge ye not. So, I just wanted to make this video to give prayers, that I give prayers out to her family and the children and her friends, because the person I ran into that I know is a friend. So it affects, because, sometimes people that are friends, they see you as family as well, So keep your head up. I see certain signs coming to me. I don't know if it's people that watch my videos and, you can't give people too much attention or they get carried away, so I understand that. But they say little things to help me keep my head up, even if they're not talking to me. God can talk through people that's talking to somebody else and say something positive to you to just keep going and be strong. So I'm about to head on inside this Walmart. I'm going to do a little shopping, but I'm not going to buy anything until my bills are done being paid. Then I'll buy something or something, So I know this is one of my callings to be a motivational speaker. And I know sometimes I get on here and I get off the hook and say things and, that I don't necessarily agree with, that I did or said. But it's okay. It's okay. Trial and error. So I'm just praying that everybody has a blessed day. And if you've lost a loved one, child, grandchild, spouse, I lost my husband. We had divorced, but when it came to paperwork to do for my registration of my Indian, which I am registered Indian, don't get it twisted. When I was doing that, my aunt that helped me do the paperwork had told me that they did some investigation and we was not divorced. You can go to court and they'll tell you you're divorced and all that, but when you look up on the record, they didn't finalize the divorce. So there's some people that feel like we're divorced, and I know we wasn't. We were getting back together, and he passed away. And he was a father figure to my children also. So I just want to say, be encouraged, stay prayed up. You got a lot of people out here teaching you spiritualness, and spiritualness is just an extension of God. It's like details, it's like details that you don't be taught, So I just want to say, have a blessed day. I'm gonna head on in this store because I need to take a minute before I go in the store to just vibe out and just think and get my inner peace together before I go in the store with all these people, with all these spirits and stuff. You know, you pick up all kind of stuff about people, even good people. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all in a minute. I'm about to make. I went past 8 minutes. I'm so proud of myself, but I needed to do that because I really had something to say, and I said I was gonna make a short or a video about it. And I know that this is part of my calling because I've been through a lot of stuff, which a lot of people been through a lot of stuff, you know, but I only can say about myself. I can't really speak on other people. So, except for like this video with the girl committing suicide. This is hard in this world, but keep your chin up, keep your head up. And I want to just give you motivation and signs that I see of people that may watch me that, you know, don't say it's me, and even if it's a message for somebody else, but I will take that message because God could still be sending me that message, okay? So, I'll talk to you guys later. Nothing to it but to do it.